You were this close. So was of course stocking stars, but y'all just didn't have a life to go
What's that?
I sit in the front row and
Yeah. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the AUSOME meetup. I appreciate your coming out here today. My name is Dave Gonzalez, and I am your host tonight. I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge a couple of our sponsors. One of whom is the Capital Factory, who provides the venue for us to meet. So thanks to Capital Factory. And hey, Ashley, how are you? Come here, I'm gonna hug. All right. My friends sit up in the front row. So, yeah, and then our other sponsor.
I have to hug the rest of us.
Yeah, I'll hug everybody. You know, free hugs tonight. It's a special deal if you become a member of Internet Marketing Party. So, which is our other sponsor that provided the beer and the pizza. So, Internet Marketing Party, if you're not aware of it, is the best party in the world. It's essentially, if you're here, you're interested in email marketing, you're interested in online marketing, and Internet Marketing Party is a place where once a month we have a millionaire speaker come and share secrets on our stage after they've had a couple of cocktails. And it's in a bar, so if you can imagine TED Talks, but for entrepreneur, millionaire digital marketers, they come and they're almost all close friends of mine or people that are in my network. We're talking about people like the founders of Six Pack Shortcuts, which run the #2 brand channel on YouTube, sandwiched between GoPro Video and Sony PlayStation. We're talking about people who are copywriters that have built $30 million a year businesses. That started in their underwear in their basement, you know. I saw that look. So anyway, you like it? Well, when Mike Chang from Six Pack Shortcuts spoke, he took his shirt off, and I think it was the most it was an interesting night.
Was that good or bad?
It was good. Mike Chang's a Guinness World Record holder fitness athlete, so the women liked it. I think there were even some of the men that liked it. So anyway, I highly recommend that if you like this, you'll love Internet Marketing Party. It's a very different thing. What happens is a lot of people fly in from around the country to speak and to attend. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is that I don't pay for their flights to come in, but they fly in and we don't let them pitch or sell anything. It's not like some of these seminars you go to where they come and they're really like giving you some stuff and they go to the back of the room and you know buy something that they're selling. These are folks that come in here that go to Internet Marketing Party to give back because they're part of a community. It's kind of like comedians that speak at the Laugh Factory or the Laugh Stop in LA. It's kind of like it's become a rite of passage for folks once they reach a certain level. It's like, oh, I spoke on Internet Marketing Party stage. But one of the secret things that happens behind the scenes that I've been talking about more is I ask them, what's the biggest challenge, the biggest opportunity in your business that you're struggling with? Because it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody from Bill Gates to Dalai Lama or everybody, you know, Elon Musk, everyone's struggling with something in their business, something that they want to improve. And so when I ask them that, they end up, because they know that it's kind of a historical thing I've been doing, I curate the 12 most experienced, smartest people, because I've got a Rolodex, second to none, to come and support them for 3 to 4 hours in a private roundtable mastermind. I limit it to 12 people, and people can't pay to get in that room. So what ends up happening, and these people are in this room, and I've had people cry in that room because, like, a lot of times business challenges come down to emotional blocks. It's like, I want this, but I don't know what it is. And we're talking about these people that are just absolute rock stars. People that some of you are subscribed to their list. They go into that room. I create this sacred space. They get so much value. I've had people say, stop, I can't, like, I'm an implementer and I can't even implement 2/3 of what you've already given me. The reason I'm telling you all this is what ends up happening as a result of that. You've heard of the law of reciprocity. You've heard of Robert Cialdini, where it's like, that's why Chick-fil-A gives you the little taste test, because the law of reciprocity says if somebody gives you something, you feel. This is old caveman days, right? The old caveman would like kill a buffalo, and it's like, well, I'm gonna give this people some because the next time they kill a buffalo, they're gonna give me some. And it's old brain thinking. And so what ends up happening is these speakers come in, they get so much value from the think tank. They come, they have a couple of cocktails because they're a little bit nervous, because you know these guys aren't professional speakers. They're making millions of dollars behind their computers. They're kind of nerds and geeks and stuff, and they have a couple cocktails. They've got massive value. Guess what they do when they get on that stage? They just share stuff that, I mean, I have somebody in the crowd today who's actually become a partner at Internet Marketing Party, who made $500,000 from watching one of these presentations. And that's, you know, the guy that he watched was a guy named Jeffrey Harmon, who, remember those Aura Brush commercials on YouTube? The tongue scraper thing, the guy that was like on the big tongue. Well, he also did Poo-Pourri, the spray that, you know, the squatty potty. So they were doing viral videos before viral videos were a thing. So Gonzalo here watched that video and took the lessons he learned there and applied them to another industry, made $500,000. So it's, I mean, these are normal, casual, regular stories. But if that wasn't enough, what ends up happening at these parties is these speakers attract other millionaires. So you are there hobnobbing, rubbing shoulders, drinking beers, right next to somebody that just exited a business, selling it for, you know, $4 or $5 million, and they're 27 years old, and they're just having a couple drinks. And if you come up to them and start talking to them, they're cool. As long as you're cool. If you're kind of like, hey, you know, too needy and grabby, so it doesn't work real well. But if you're just cool, buy them a drink, have a good conversation, it's phenomenal. It's transformed lives. And I'll stop talking about Internet Marketing Party now because I don't want to eat up all of Robby's time. But enjoy the pizza, enjoy the beer. Now, for our guest speaker, I am very, I'm just, I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be sharing with you the wisdom that you're about to learn. What I can tell you is that I met Robby about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and we didn't realize how much of an impact we'd have on each other's lives. But I run an affiliate management agency that I'm really good friends with the Six Pack Shortcut guys, and I'm the only company that works out of there. I have an 8,000 square foot building with about 200 employees in there, and they allow me and my team to office out of their building. So as me and my team were moving into that building, Robby was leaving Six Pack Shortcuts. And Robby was in charge of email marketing, VSL writing, managing have you guys ever seen the Mike Chang, the Six Pack Shortcuts guy? So if you haven't, I mean, that's probably because you don't quite fit the demographic. But if you're a male, you've seen Mike Chang, the ripped Asian guy. So Robby would coach a lot of the fitness talent there behind the screen. He would help, you know, a lot of the team members there, bringing on stuff. I mean, he was just, let's put it this way, when Robby left Six Pack Shortcuts, you could feel the difference in the office. And that, you know, it's not every day that you have somebody on a team that big that has that level of impact. What he went to go do was become a partner in another fitness company where within less than 12 months, he tripled their revenues and took them from no members to over 1,500 members on a membership site, which is no small task. He's then gone on to do some big things. Every time he goes to a mastermind, if you know what masterminds are, they're small groups of people that get together. A lot of times they're paid. When Robby comes in there and he speaks, people listen. So if you have any interest in email marketing, any interest in marketing in general, Robby's one of these people. The beautiful thing about Robby is that he's just now awakening to how freaking smart he is, how talented he is. And so I just can't tell you how proud I am to be the one to get it to introduce Robby. Another quick thing I'll say is I had the privilege and the honor to be to attend his gorgeous wedding in Punta Mita, Mexico, which is near Puerto Vallarta, at this amazing, beautiful resort. And it was one of the most gorgeous weddings I've ever been to. And I got to know Robby and his friends, so I not only consider him a friend, I consider him a genius in our space and someone who I am thrilled to present. Come on up, Robby.
That's the best introduction I've ever received.
Your mom's watching.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. Hope I don't let you down. Is this screen on?
Nope.
That's the problem.
I don't know. Is it supposed to be on
Yeah, it's supposed to be on.
They're usually always on before we even arrive.
That's the best black slide I've ever seen.
It was on a second ago.
Let me go get Sam. In the meantime, I'll see you. Well, you know what? I mean, once you like kind of start telling them what they're in for, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I can do a
Just
quick.
kind of set the stage.
Yeah.
Unless your first screen is.
No, it's not really that important. I can introduce myself. He gave you guys a little bit of a.
Here we go, Robby.
There we go. All right. So my name is Robby Amaro.
You got this up here. I don't know if you want that. Does it matter?
Oh yeah, probably not good. Sorry, I haven't presented something since college, so I'm sorry. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. It took a lot. I haven't passed out yet, so I've gotten further than I imagined I'd get. But this is the first time on stage. Thank you guys for joining me. My goal is to have you guys take home at least one thing that impacts your business, impacts your life. Skip some of the steps that I fell into or tripped over on my path. So yeah, here we go. So who is this Robby guy? So I started off as a salesperson, actually. I was selling Kirby Vacuums door-to-door when I was 17. I don't know if anybody's done door-to-door sales, but you get used to the word no.
Is real.
Yeah, it is. You get used to the word no very, very quickly. And I heard no probably like 50 to 80 times a day. But the 2 or 3 houses I get into and shampoo their carpets, I learned some of the best skills I still use to today. I actually use a lot of the stuff I learned selling vacuums to teach my team marketing. So that's kind of where I got my start. And right out of college, I was a communications major, could not get a job. I couldn't get a job anywhere. So I just started applying for everything and took the first job that would call me. It ended up being pitching products in Sam's Club around the U.S. I was selling health products. I was selling boom boxes. I was selling you too. I was selling anything that I could sell, and it was just to get a paycheck. I mean, I was behind on my student loans and I needed to do something to pay the bills, and student loans were hitting pretty hard. Went to a nice university. The degree didn't give me a job though, and it happens to a lot of us. So from there, I did really well. I became #1 in the nation, learned a lot of direct marketing skills, but I was working 6 days a week, 15 hours a day. Not a great life for anybody to live. So I got out of that, and I found a desk job as a phone salesperson. In a short amount of time, I realized I was not that good at that. My first paycheck for 2 weeks was like, I think $400. I was on straight commission, and it was tough. It was tough, but I kept calling. And one of the guys, Mike Chang, the guy he just talked about, he saw, oh, thank you. He saw that, and he's like, this kid is persistent. He doesn't give up. So let's put him somewhere else. So he put me in the customer service department. I worked weekends for like 5 months, and then I was like, there's got to be something else I could do in here. And so I started writing blogs and just trying to get out of the customer service. I knew I had strengths other places. I just need to find it. And quickly enough, I learned copywriting, and then that led into email marketing. That's kind of where I made my move. They didn't have an email marketing program, and they had a lot of emails, so I started networking and built relationships, and those relationships accelerated my success very quickly. And that was only 3 years ago. I was not doing very well. So yeah, I think I want to teach you guys about how I use those relationships and the tools I learned from those people along the way, so you guys can skip some of the steps I had to go through. And finally, I took over as CEO of this other marketing company, which he mentioned. He only said at 3x the revenue, actually 4x'd it in about 12 months, which was awesome. And it was literally all through relationships. I didn't do anything special. I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. And yeah, that's really it. So before I get going, I know I could come up here and David could come up here. He's a friend. He could tell you what I've done. I want somebody who's not really a friend to tell you how I've impacted their lives. I've had 4 calls with these guys, and I asked them, you know what, I'm talking to some people. Would you mind just saying how I've helped you, if I have? And so this is what they had to say.
Cat Brothers here. We are in LA right now. Now, you might know us either from our YouTube channel, where we just reached over 500,000 subscribers, or if you know of the show American Ninja Warrior, you may have seen us on there. We worked at that show for over 2 years, course consulting, things like that. But anyway, we wanted to shoot this video because we wanted to give Robby Amaro, a really big shout out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's done so much for our business, and also what we really liked about him and Robby, you know, the first month you helped us out. The first coaching call, after the first coaching call, we doubled our business, and just in the first month. So the revenue and profit our business was making.
Yeah, which was huge. And the thing was, is, at the point we were at in our business is that we understood online marketing. We've been to a lot of events. We studied a lot of courses. We were at a level where we were making decent income, but there was a lot of holes in our systems and processes that we would have never seen or would have taken years to understand, because as you may know, Robby was able to grow a company to 7 figures. He's been a part of that, so he was really able to show us a lot of the secrets and small things that it would have taken us a lot longer to figure out.
Exactly. So what he was able to do is just pretty much cut our growing period, you know, by a huge amount. He's able to give us the shortcuts that, you know, all the mistakes and everything that he's done before with his businesses. And
yeah, and one big thing that we liked about him.
That's probably about it, but they're gonna keep going and rambling, but yeah, that's basically it. I was able to impact their company really, really quickly, and so what I did the last few days is I kind of reverse engineered. I didn't record any of those conversations, but I did have the stats before and after. I kind of reverse engineered everything, and I made this whole presentation based off, you know, what I taught them. So I'm gonna keep it pretty basic today. David Gonzalez said there's different levels of entrepreneurs here, so I want to keep it very basic, but please ask me as complicated of questions at the end. I want something where everybody can understand, so please save your complicated questions for the end. I'm gonna start off with 2 keys to unlocking your entrepreneurial success with relationships. These are the principles behind the actionable steps I'm gonna teach you today. And remember, the goal is to teach you how to build profitable relationships with affiliates, customers in your team. However, I'm gonna focus on affiliate management, email marketing. That's definitely my specialty. And once you have those principles, I'm gonna show you how to monetize them. And lastly, I'm going to go through 5 mindset shifts you can use. And the main reason I wanted to add this part was there's been like 5 clear life-changing moments in my life that you're going to hit in your entrepreneurial journey, you're going to hit in your career. So I just wanted to share this with you.
what was that last one?
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted a quote that kind of is going to encompass the whole presentation. However successful you are, there's no substitution for a close relationship. We all need them. So the first key principle, bring strategic value. Some people agree with me on this one, some people don't. How I got going and how I met a lot of the people I ended up helping, I worked for free. So I would go to networking events like the Internet Marketing Party. I'd go to things like AUSOME, and I'd meet people, go to lunch with them, and kind of hear where they're at with their business and just give them free advice. I didn't know enough about business at that point to plan for a long win, but that's something I've definitely changed. So I think it's something you should do when you're gonna network, when you're gonna meet with people, and when you're gonna give advice, have some kind of plan. So have some kind of potential long-term win, and give before you take. This is just from my experience. The more I've given, it's come back tenfold to me. I think for one, when you give, you don't owe anybody anything, and when you give, it makes you feel good, and for some reason the universe brings it back to you. It may not be immediately, was what I've noticed, but it comes in waves when it does come. So, and another one is think long term, not about the quick money. And if somebody tells you that they want to make quick money, I'd run the other direction. Most entrepreneurs, if you are money motivated, it's tough because money's going to come and go. If that's your only motivation, get ready to say goodbye to it pretty quick, because it's a wave. It's definitely a wave. And then the second principle is be disciplined enough to implement. One thing I've heard from a lot of people, I may over implement. I can't help but implement constantly, but it's a gap that a lot of people don't have. They'll learn, they'll come to these events, and they'll take notes, and then they go home, and the notes never get opened again. They never get used. I think that's a big thing that I do. Every single event I've gone to, every single number I've gotten, I implement everything. And sometimes it doesn't work. That's the thing. People are at events. Sometimes they're just telling you something to make themselves sound good, and sometimes it doesn't work. But if you do implement everything, I'm telling you, you're going to find gems in there that you wouldn't have had if you didn't implement. So, and this is a quote that I came up with that encompasses this principle. In relationships, people appreciate implementation more than perfection. And this is a big struggle I've seen with entrepreneurs and myself. I've gone through this struggle. We want to be perfect, right? But if you think back to the last time you made you did the perfect job and it solved all the problems, it probably doesn't exist. It's usually when you implement and you do something that gets you closer to your goal, that's when you really start making a move and you get closer to the final destination versus trying to have this perfect logo or the perfect hook or the perfect whatever it may be. Just start, and the sooner you start, the sooner you'll see a result. Okay, and how do you use these principles for affiliates? So I built this entire business off bringing strategic value to affiliates. Yeah.
Does everyone in the room know what an affiliate is?
I could clear it up.
Raise your hand if you know what an affiliate is, for sure. There's a couple of hands that aren't.
Okay. Yeah, I could explain it a little more. So affiliate is somebody who has an asset like a website or an email list or somewhere that can generate you customers fast. Usually it's in my situation, it's been email lists or it's been websites where we do some kind of advertising or joint venture to get customer acquisition. So that's how I'm going to refer to affiliates as I'm going to be specifically talking about them in email marketing and how you could leverage your assets to get them to bring you customers. So this is the list of things I've done to get affiliates. And I'm going to be completely clear. I started off with an email list and I started off with a website. So I had a website of about, when I got the website, it was about 30,000 visitors a month. And I had an email list of about 20,000 people. So that was kind of my leverage that I broke into the affiliate field with. But there was times where they didn't care about my email list and they didn't care about my website. It didn't bring any value to them, but I knew that my products were a good match for their audience. So these are things I actually did to get them to build the relationship, to start the relationship. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. So teaching them something they don't know. This could be anything from an email trick or a blog trick or an opt-in trick, whatever it is that they don't know, you bring them value. Sharing stats with them. This is a big one in my niche. Fitness, I'm in the fitness niche, and it's one of the most competitive markets out there. There's a ton of fitness marketers. It's constantly growing. So small percentage tweaks mean a lot of money a lot of times for companies. So sharing stats with affiliates can really impact them, their lives, and their business. Offer to help with something they're working on. And I think this is big for any kind of business. I know I was talking to somebody earlier who's like business to business, and doing something like that, just offering help with a project they're working on could go a long way. Even if it doesn't lead to something immediately, it could lead to something for your career later down your path. But for me, it would be like a promo or a project, doing some kind of project that we work together on. And maybe it's just their passion project. Like I had a buddy who wrote a book and the book was not doing well. And so I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I saw you on Facebook. You've been posting stuff about your book's not doing good, whatever, how can I help? And so I sat down with him, I had a call with him, and we strategized how he can, kind of get his book out a lot quicker. And, I let him use my network I share your network to make his thing more of a success. And now he's one of my best affiliates. I don't even have to, it's kind of like clockwork. He's just so grateful that I did that for him. He's reciprocating that through bringing me more customers on a consistent basis. And solve a problem for them. That's a big one. I think there's a big misconception with CEOs or with business owners, whatever it may be, that they don't have problems and that they know everything. I could tell you for sure I have a lot of problems. I don't know everything at all. And so like helping people, it doesn't matter how far along they are. I was having dinner with somebody who runs like a $50 million company a few weeks ago. And the problem he had, it was a simple solution that I could have told him in 10 seconds, but just he didn't know that. So, you know, of course I told him the solution, but there's a lot of gaps in a lot of businesses. So you could probably bring value even if you think you can't. It's more of a confidence thing, I believe. And then here's some tools to bring strategic values to affiliates. And this is very niche in the internet marketing world. So if you ever want to monetize on the internet, here's some beginner and advanced tools you absolutely need. The beginner tool that will tell you anything how to do, from setting up a pixel on Facebook, your first marketing campaign, your first blog, your first opt-in, your first anything, creating a website, where to host it, etc. You can go to freedom.com, freedym.com, and I really hope you're taking notes because I still use this, my whole team still uses this. Like this, it's a very, very powerful tool. More than that, a lot of times marketers or people trying to make money on the internet don't know what to do next. This is a community of about 3,500 people with profitable companies answering questions. So all you gotta do is, it's about, I think it's like $37 a month. You put a question on there though, they'll solve your problem within like a day. I've never put something up there that didn't get solved. So that's a very big resource. And more beginner advanced, so David did talk about his internet marketing party, but I've implemented stuff from every single party. And I could tell you the last party I went to, I'm getting an average of $7 more a customer based off the last presentation. That's a lot because we're acquiring 2,000 to 3,000 customers a month, $7 extra a customer. And I just learned it by a few tips from the last internet marketing party. So I think that'll pay for your whole year's membership pretty quick. So yeah, definitely sign up for that if you're not there. More than that though, it's a great way to network. Like these guys, I mean, there's some guys there that have made hundreds of millions of dollars and they're just telling you stuff. Like they're telling you little things that they've done, mistakes they've made, mindset shifts. Like they're a community to help, that's there to help. I had this big misconception that I had to be kind of alone and the bad days were, should be lonely and all that. I went to internet marketing party and I talked to people about my problems and they were able to help me like almost immediately. Like they had all been through it. They were just like, oh, it's it's just a journey. You'll be fine, and give me actually books to read or they'd have lunch with me and counsel me on the situation. So people are really giving there. It's a great community. And no, I didn't get paid to talk about that. And so now I'm going to talk about the other principle: how to stay disciplined with affiliates. So I can't give you my full affiliate system. I'm under non-disclosure, and it's I tried, believe me, but I can't do it. But the key to any affiliate type of management with email, and I think with anything in general, is you have to have a system. And affiliates that I'm referring to are nothing more than mutually beneficial relationships on a business level. But anybody can do that. So you need a competitive edge. Like whatever you're doing in your business, don't just think about, maybe you're just running affiliates for your company. Don't think about it like that. Think about it as a whole business and what's my competitive edge in this market? How could I make myself stand out from everybody else? Because everybody's trying to get affiliates. It's the easiest way to acquire customers. I don't know, if you don't know that, it is. If you have an email list with existing customers and you send them a targeted page, it's the easiest way to acquire customers. For example, for me, I reach out to my affiliates and work out customized win-win deals. I have a follow-up system, and then you do end up becoming friends with a lot of them. Let me tell you, I brought this company to like multiple six figures, and I did not have a system. I'm being completely honest. So the system was really doubled the company pretty quick, almost tripled it now. So yeah, I'm a big believer in systems, and I really wasn't before. So that's, and if you have detailed questions about that, feel free to ask me. I can't put this up because it's being filmed, but if you want to talk in private about what I do, please ask me. And then tools to stay disciplined. So this tool, like, I wish somebody would have told me about this like a year and 2 months ago, because it would have changed my whole business. And it really has changed my whole life in terms of relationships, building them, networking, follow-up, etc. It's called the Top Inbox. You could download it at thetopinbox.com. And really all it does is it connects to your Gmail, and it's a tool you can use to have two connections. So I'm going to go into sales for a second. When you buy something, it usually takes you about 7 impressions to buy something on average. Those are just averages. With affiliates, it's a little bit different because they know who you are usually. But this sets it up so you have 2 contacts with that affiliate, which is usually a warm lead, just off 1 email. And the simple thing that I say every single time, hey, name, just following up to make sure you saw this. And I do it to my team, I do it to my mother, I do it to my affiliates, I do it. I mean, it's changed my life. It's optimized, saved my time, because the first thing is a lot of times we forget about conversations we're in the middle of. We're not perfect at tracking. So personal life, it's great, and then affiliates, it's just another follow-up because they're busy too. They probably have 1,000 people reaching out to them. And just to give you proof that this actually does work, I sent an email last week. 6 out of 10 people responded to the second email. Only 4 people responded to the first one. So 100%, but 2 emails. What should you have in your system? The date you contacted an affiliate, the contact attempt it was, so how many times you've contacted them, and then your current relationship with this affiliate. So all the interactions. Maybe you had a phone call. What did you go over in that phone call? How many kids do they have? Where do they live? What are their hobbies? The more, the better. And you try to be genuine. And if you can't be genuine, read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and learn how to be genuine, because you're not going to make it if you aren't. And the big thing I do that to put like words on it is I track communication and interaction trends with affiliates. So the big win with this is I don't ever just think as soon as that affiliate brings me customers, that's great, and I'm just going to keep it there. I think about this, like, how do we get that relationship to another level? How do we upsell them to be to have a consistent relationship with them? Or how do we get in a project with them that's mutually beneficial? So I know how to talk to that person. I already know how to sell them. If I track that, anything I need to do or work with that person, I already know how to do it. I've already closed the deal. So you're just tracking how you really close the deal initially. How do you use the principles with emails? So bringing strategic value in emails to customers or potential customers. This is a big one, and this goes back to John Benson, who has made hundreds of millions of dollars writing VSLs. I've studied his stuff and been studying it this past weekend. And a big thing he says, and I've heard it from a lot of marketers, give 90% of your content for free. And people will pay for 10% of it. But of course the 10% has to be the most effective. People just want value. So yeah, you just gotta believe me on that one. And this one specifically, this is from 150 VSLs. Do you guys know what VSLs are? Everybody know what VSLs are? Yeah. Video sales letters. They're infomercials for the internet. I'm sure you've clicked on something and saw a video, right? Yeah. So that's he's the guy who created that, and that's directly from him. And we recycle the content you give on social blogs, talks, etc. that did well. And I went to a content presentation. I'm not a big content person. I have a content team. They do it. I focus more on getting the emails, opt-ins, etc., monetizing the emails. But a big thing that they all do is they all record one thing, whether it be a video or a Skype conversation or a phone call, and they use it on every single platform. They'll write something up on Facebook about it. They'll post it on Twitter. They'll talk about it on their Snapchat. So just making that content spread a long ways, because it's a lot of work to produce content. So just make sure you get the most out of it. It's proven that people see value. Oh yeah, and this is another thing. A lot of people say, I can't email every day because I don't know enough, or I don't have enough information. You just have to like, the big thing is people see value in learning, but they also see value in relearning. I'm sure a lot of you guys know a lot of what I'm talking about, but there is some kind of value in hearing that it's actually working in somebody's business or life. So be okay with that. Be okay with saying the same thing over and over. because you're just reteaching people. And entertainment too. This is directly from a guy who actually just sold his online company for like 21 million, and his whole premise was 40% of his revenue was just from email, and all he focused on every day was entertaining people. That's it. And that was his main thing. So entertain people. Talk about your real life. If you're it's different for every business. In my niche, we put our personality in all the marketing. I'm starting to see it more and more with corporate companies putting their personality in the marketing, and it works really, really well. The conversion rates are a lot higher because they feel like they're speaking to a real person.
Geico does it.
Yep, there you go. How do I stay disciplined with emails? Again, you got to have a system. And yeah, if you guys have questions complicated about email, please feel free to ask. This is like my specialty. So if you have any questions, like more detailed type of softwares to use, techniques, advanced techniques, whatever, please feel free to ask after, but this is very high level. So here's again, you got to have a system. I did it for a long time not having a system, and it doesn't work well. And the system could be just as simple as on Monday, we're going to talk about this. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about this. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about this. But you got to have somewhere you're going. There's got to be some kind of journey. And can have a consistent sending schedule too. A lot of people don't send at the same time, so it messes with your customer's mind. So it's good to mess with customers' mind that aren't opening your email. For example, like one technique I use is I'll send all the emails at one time, but then to everybody who hadn't opened those previous emails, you hit them at a different time. That kind of throws them off, and you'll see the open rates rise then. And every course I've taken in email marketing, I've taken probably, I'd say like 40 of them, in person and online courses. You got to be selling something every day when you're pitching. And a lot of people don't like selling; they don't like the word selling. But when I say selling, I'm just very I'm a copywriter in the fact that I think everything I do is sales copy. When I'm trying to plan a vacation with my wife, it's like sales copy. I'm thinking about the psychology behind it. But you can sell yourself. You could be working on branding. So when you're sending emails, you could be building rapport. You could be selling interaction, like something like a survey. So it's really just consistency and selling. And so it's really not that complicated. You email every day, you entertain people, and you sell something. That's really it. And every single marketer will tell you that. Tools to bring strategic value to customers with your emails. So the big thing, and I think I've already mentioned on it, you need to know copywriting basics. That's the bottom line. This is another book I wish I would have read about 3 years ago, and it's called Kick-Ass Copywriting Secrets of a Marketing Rebel by John Carlton. It will make online marketing and people making money online make sense to you. It took me about 2 hours to read, changed my entire career. It was literally life-changing. So I try to read it like once every 3 months, and it's huge. Again, you could also find the resources at freedom.com or Internet Marketing Party. Internet Marketing Party for copywriting is way better. So if you want some advanced stuff, I'm not selling. I should get commission. But Internet Marketing Party is great for copywriting. Freedom is more like the implementation stuff. So all the stuff like, I don't know how to set up, how do I send an email, how do I set up a Facebook pixel, how do I set up a custom audience, like I was talking to him about earlier. It just teaches you step by step how to do all those things. So, and that's another thing too. If I had to pick one superpower that set me apart from all other affiliate managers, it would totally be that I understand copywriting. Because based off that, remember, I'm tracking their interaction, their communication interaction. So based off that interaction, I'm able to use the psychology of sales to get what I need to get from them. In a ethical way. Do giveaways too. A lot of people don't do this on email, and it's great. So if you're ever, when you email a lot, you run into deliverability issues. And that's because people are saying that your email's spam, or they said you didn't give them access to your email. And if you're doing everything ethically, giveaways are a huge way to keep that open rate high. If you're just sending to emails that aren't opting in, you're gonna get shut down no matter what you do. But if you're doing it ethically and you're actually having people opt in, interaction, like giveaways, asking them what their, I don't know, if you're in like a food business, what your favorite fruit is. If you're in fitness like me, what's your favorite workout? What's your favorite time of the day to work out? So that, because they feel like they're interacting with you. And it also tells Google and Hotmail and all these email systems that you are a reliable source and you're a real person because you're interacting with them. Ask questions like I just said, but be prepared to answer them. So if you have a list of like 5,000 and you're doing everything alone and you ask your list of questions, be prepared to like work for 20 hours answering questions. So yeah, don't ask questions then not answer them. People don't like that. So yeah, this is kind of, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but you just want to create a schedule each week for your email. Again, have a system. And here's another one. If you don't have a list, like a lot of people are starting off and they don't have an email list. I was lucky I did. So what do? That's when you want to bring strategic value to your affiliate. You do something, we listed them earlier, you do something along those lines to bring them value so they could possibly bring you value back. So yeah, and I think I put it here. Yeah, feel free to use the principles you learned today to make it happen. Then ask them to promote your product. And then other tools, again, copywriting, I can't say that enough. Copywriting is super important. So any way you can get your hands on more content and copywriting, do it and practice it. So the last thing I'm gonna go through is 5 mindset shifts that I went through that you're probably gonna go through. You may have already gone through some of them. But these were big ones for me that were all life-changing. And people helped me get through them, so I'm going to share my experience and maybe you can relate or learn something. Upper limiting. So when I started becoming successful, I had this big feeling of I didn't deserve it. I felt like I was faking it. I wasn't in the right place. Like, why is this happening to me kind of feeling. And a lot of people, like, I talked to my parents about it, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, you're doing the best you've ever done, and you're, like, not happy? And no, it was more of a feeling of not deserving it. Like, I don't know, mentally I was fighting myself back and telling myself I don't deserve this kind of success. So maybe you've already felt that. You could feel it in your job. You could feel it in many parts of life. But this is where my network really, really came through for me, because I was able to call somebody and just tell them how I was feeling. They're like, oh yeah, it's normal. It's a part of the journey. So if you haven't felt that, you're probably going to. So just be prepared for it. And the way to deal with it is reach out to your network. So it's important to build one. Employee to owner mindset. This is something that I kind of, it flipped a switch, like something switched in my head where I kept going into all these meetings and I would be told what to do every single time. So I was like, I'm so tired of being told what to do, and it's probably not as good as something I'd come up with. So I started preparing for all my meetings ahead of time, strategically for the business, but I started like managing my boss. I told him what I'm gonna do and how it's gonna benefit the company. And that mindset, just having the owner mindset in everything you do, not just in your business, but job, if you have a job, or whatever it may be, it'll really switch the way you deal with things. So I have my conversation with my team all the time. I'm like, I want you to tell me what you're doing. I can't, like, I don't want me to have to list out tasks for you. I want you to tell me. That way you're empowered, and that way it's on you to be the owner of that project. And then releasing your ego too. This is a super new one for me. This is actually, I don't know if it's the ego you guys are thinking of. Like, I've never been egotistical, more passive. I probably undervalue myself more than anything. But the ego I'm talking about is the one that's when something is we all have things in our head that when we go through experiences, there's this little voice in our head that says kind of negative stuff that's going to be associated with this new business venture. I'm going to fail because of this. I should just get a regular job, yada, yada, yada. That's going to go through your head, but I've learned how to stay present. Actually, there's a guy in the room that taught me how to do this, and my effectiveness has probably quadrupled in the last couple weeks. Just getting rid of that little voice that tells me you're going to fail, and society tells you to do this, and this is normal. So that was a big one for me. So if you haven't hit that, or you haven't practiced that or tried to obtain that presence, please do it. It'll change your life. It changed mine for sure. And being okay with not relating to 99% of the people in the world. If you're in this room, you probably are not like most people in the world. You want something more, you want something different, you want a different life, and a lot of people can't relate to that. Society has very different thoughts than entrepreneurs do. That's just the bottom line. So as your success increases, you'll notice that there's some people that you might lose. I've lost a lot of friends, and it's just because, you know, that's what happens. Your mindset shifts, changes. They don't agree with you. They're jealous, envious, whatever it may be. So it's really good to have that network and people who are on your level. But it's something that you're going to hit. Whether some of you probably already hit it, but it's coming if you haven't. And self-care versus grinding. This is a big. I'm sure everybody's seen Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Yeah, everybody knows Gary Vaynerchuk. So I followed him religiously for like 5 years, and I was just like, if I work more than everybody, I'll be more successful than everybody. And then your body starts breaking down. So yeah, I think and I've noticed. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if this is real. So I went back to my actual business numbers and my personal finances and my health. I compared them side to side, and every time I was grinding, the business was like this. Every time I took care of myself, the business was like this. So take your 20 minutes to work out, eat a little bit healthier, and sleep. That's everything for me. Anybody have any questions? Oh wait, no, I have one more thing. So opportunity and challenge. So if anybody wants to practice copywriting, I have a 50-person email list, and I also have 200,000 people that visit my blog a month in fitness. If you send an email to me and you put in the work, I'll let you be on the site or the email list. So there you go.
Wow.
Thanks. Questions? Yeah.
A copy of the slide deck will be available?
Yeah, I could send it to David.
Okay.
Or I could put it in the group. What's the best way to do that? I don't know where David's at.
Okay.
I could just send it to your just email me here. Email me there, and I can shoot it to you.
Okay. And then there's, okay, so if I ask you to show,
A shot of adrenaline.
oh,
Yeah.
I
I don't know who thought of that website name. It's not very user friendly.
It requires people to know how to spell.
Yeah.
Robby Amaro, or .net.
Any other questions?
What was
Yes.
the name of the guy you mentioned that generated 40% of his revenue from email?
Justin Goff.
Justin Goff.
Watch his internet marketing party video and implement. Yeah. Good, because
Yeah, one thing you mentioned about Internet Marketing Party, if you guys haven't attended the parties, if you become a member, you can actually watch the last 8 years of every speaker
Right.
they had on there, from
That's
Ryan
just
Dunn
big.
to Frank Kern to, you name it. So, you don't miss the opportunity, so it's great.
yeah.
So what kind of behavioral principles do you incorporate into your email marketing, or what books or sources can you recommend for learning more about that sort of thing?
So learning more about like how to outline.
Well, I know David mentioned like reciprocity, right?
Yeah.
So if you give something, then
Mhm.
they feel obligated to give something back. Are there other things that you use in that process?
Yeah. So there's that. There's giving value. There is, and then there's more of the scarcity tactic. So scarcity is the most profitable tactic on email marketing. A lot of people don't know that, but it's like a company that's running 300 million that I study pretty rapidly, or a lot. Scarcity is their number one tactic. So doing that, of course, you can't do it all the time. You can't say this deal is going to end constantly, but finding a strategic way to do that is really smart. So that's big. Giving people a reason too. That's the biggest thing. Like give people a reason why you're doing that email or that promotion or that sale. Like I did an affiliate contest not too long ago, and it was because I was getting married. Like I was just putting my life into it. It was the biggest amount of customers ever generated in like 3 days. And so just give people a reason. As far as resources, I I would go to, so there's a, I wish I had a copy. There's an emotion wheel that you could just Google emotion wheel, and what I'll do is I'll have my my copywriter just go through and write an email for each emotion. Then we just monitor the stats, see which one made us the most revenue. Then we consistently use that emotion. So,
Promotion.
hope that helps. Yeah.
So, the question I have is going back to your mindset for writing emails now compared to where you used to be starting off. My challenge, much like a number of other individuals, entrepreneurs, and people I've met, is starting and finishing writing emails, copywriting. Either getting started or finishing and or setting time aside, letting distractions come in, to trying to start all over again, procrastinate, leave it off the marks. What have you found works best for you? I know you had a page, like I think it was like slide 8, where you went over some of the ways you discipline yourself with emails, having a system, consistent sending schedule, starting with an email immediately and work up from there and practice daily. But what do you do now compared to where you used to be that you could pass on that's worked best for you in starting that email even when you don't feel like it, when it's not coming?
Well, I don't do it anymore, but I when I was running the email list, I used to code our stats. So I would go through. We had like 6 months of. I started turning into more of a statistical analysis person than a copywriter, because when you're just copywriting, it's a lot of fear involved. There's a lot of emotion, your emotion.
Yeah.
You're trying to be in the prospect's mind, etc. When you do it based off stats and then try to mimic that and copy that emotion, it's a lot easier. So are you tracking your stats day to day, like your open rates and your?
No.
So that's something you need to do. That'll change your game completely. That's something when I was running the first list, that's what took us from like 5,000 a week to 10,000. Just looking back at stats from the last 6 months and looking for trends in the headlines, in how people are clicking too. A lot of people don't do this. I've been doing this for a while. So you look at the emotion on how they clicked compared to the revenue that you make for that specific email, and the higher click-through link usually means more revenue. So you can resend the same email, change the call to action for the whole email, and usually send it again and make more.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of, but if you're let's say you're not even there yet, you're brand new, don't even have a list, but maybe 100 people, you haven't been emailing, you're brand new, starting at square one, ground floor. What's the discipline to get, you outlined some steps, but what is that way to get that first email out and then build from there? And then work your way to getting those stats and work your way to that step.
So just getting the email out and then analyzing the stats.
Because I've met a number of people who need the email marketing platform in place because they can't communicate that. They can't bring somebody on board properly to communicate their message in a way for their business.
Yeah.
So I can't refer people to them to match them.
So somebody that
lack
needs
of communication.
to like a full,
And then I realize I have that same problem myself. I'm not emailing my clients like I'm supposed to be.
Gotcha. Huh, that's a tough one.
Now we can get past that step. All the other steps there make sense. and line
Yes,
up with
they do.
stats.
So actually sending it out, like what's the big thing that's
'Cause
changed?
you have to have started somewhere.
Yeah. So I think a big thing that I did was I networked with a lot of email marketers, and you set a goal for yourself. So it's each week you need to set like lead and lag goals for yourself. A lag goal is something you can't control. Lead goal is something you can. So with emails, for example, this week I'm going to send 3 emails, and my goal is to do X. I don't know your business well enough to tell you what your goal should be.
Right.
But by setting a goal and maybe printing it out, and like I print out my goals and I put them right in front of my face every day. Try that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's the greatest copywriter of all time?
Wow. That's a tough one.
Robby.
No. Man.
Or who's second best to Gary Halbert?
I'd say John Carlton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'd say John Carlton. I mean, he's impacted me the most. So it's my experience. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite mass email marketing platform? I hear MailChimp get kicked around. I
My Emma, if you're just, so this is a hidden gem. If you are just a company that's only selling your own products, you're not doing any affiliate marketing, you're not aggressive marketer, go to My Emma. The deliverability is, you cannot compare it. Like, it's not expensive. Deliverability is amazing. Customer support is crazy good. They do not like affiliate marketing. They do not like aggressive marketing. They're very much for the brand building, long-term customer experience. Yeah.
Have you tried Market Hero? Have you looked at that?
I haven't tried that, no. No,
Alex Becker stuff.
What is it?
Alex Becker.
Alex Becker? Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I usually stick with the one, as long as my deliverability, my numbers stay high, my open rates, I stick with it. Like, I'm on Fusionsoft now, and I'm having not the best time with them, but here's something that if you do email more and your open rates go down, say you're emailing every day and you start to see a downward trend, the best thing to do is first send it, do some type of giveaway email. Don't email the second day. The third, and sorry, let me start that over. Only hit your opens of the last 30 days for a week's time. And you're gonna wanna hit, do a giveaway, do a content email, and then your third email can be back to sale and you could kick it back into gear. It's worked for me pretty consistently, getting my open rates for like massive lists high, pretty quick.
So you only email during that short period of time to people who open the first
Yes,
one?
so who open during the last 30 days. That's kind of a hot window, and people will start interacting a lot. It'll tell the email platform that you have a good reputation. So what happens, and what a lot of these people don't tell you at Infusionsoft and Emma and Market Hero, all these, they have tiered IPs. So they'll knock you to a lower tier IP. If you're doing like 15% open rates versus 20%, they'll knock you into lower IPs because it's all shared IP addresses. It's a little bit more advanced. Some people run on dedicated IPs, which just means they have full control of their reputation. Most people are running on shared IPs. So if you have on a shared IP, make sure your open rates stay high or they'll knock you down, and it could really hurt your deliverability. Yeah.
So what are some of your top tips for the subject lines to increase open rates?
The short ones. The biggest ones I've seen are like, hey, just the word hey, making yourself a friend to them, saying bye, hey, change up the send name too. There's been a lot of increase in open rates in the send name. So say your name is Todd every day, change it to Todd dash your brand. Try sending from your brand dash Todd, and monitor those stats. So send name's a big one. Short headlines, and there's always trends between your headlines. So you gotta, like, I don't know how to explain. In fitness, it's a little bit different. There's a lot of different ways to say the benefit of, like, lose fat, for example. Some people think losing fat is having abs. Some people think it's being sculpted. Some people think it's pounds lost. So find the way your audience communicates and look for trends. And once you isolate those trends, talk to them that way.
For those who are not familiar with that, can you go a step further into changing your send name?
Yes, so there should be an option in every single email service provider where it says from, and there should be a name, and you should just be able to change it. Yeah.
Within your autoresponder?
No, so if you want to change it on your autoresponder, I would test it on your broadcast first. If you see an increase, then implement it on your autoresponder. I wouldn't go and switch your whole autoresponder unless you test it first.
Okay, so on the autoresponder, it's always the same send name.
It's always the same send name.
But
Well, it's the send name you set up. So you can go into your autoresponder and change all that, but I'm saying I wouldn't advise doing that until you test it with the broadcast first.
And when you do the broadcast through your email autoresponder platform.
Through your platform.
Because I can't imagine trying to email each person individually, nor trying to email.
Oh yeah, no. Just change the send name. It should be one thing. Whenever you have your list, you should just have to change one thing to change the send name.
And that should be in every autoresponder.
Yeah.
Because I use MailChimp, I don't see that. I don't see where that
The
is.
send name option?
Yeah.
It's right there on that setup page, right where it's there. You'll see it when you look.
Thank you.
Cool.
What do you think of this new trend of actually omitting the subject line? I initially, first time I got one of those, I thought it was a mistake.
I haven't tried
But
it.
it's happened enough with enough different merchants for me to think, well,
Yeah,
it's no
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's your customer's experience too. Like, some people can get really angry. So it just depends on the industry, depends on the, if you have a lot of people, like, I'm probably gonna try that now because I haven't even seen that, to be honest with you. But I have a big influx of emails. I get like 350 new ones a day. So if I lose 100, it's not a
Yeah, I
big deal.
have customers, and the biggest problem with them is they're so into a mindset that they don't really want to vary. You know, it's like I had one, I tried to inject some humor into his Instagram, and he nearly gave birth.
Oh.
Even though the engagement on them was really good.
How is your autoresponder kind of humorous, or is it?
No, the autoresponder is all practical.
That's
I mean,
probably, that's why.
But I mean, in terms of the regular emails, he would have never let me inject humor. Like I said, I tried to do it on Instagram where, I mean, if you can't put humor into your social media.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But I had two in a row kind of go,
Jeez.
Like, okay.
What industry? What niche?
One was teeth whitening products, and
Okay.
the other is dealing with addiction. But you know, the humor was within the realm of what you would consider acceptable in that. I mean, it wasn't poking fun at anyone.
Yeah. I don't know the industry well enough, to be honest with you. Fitness, I know. Yeah, it's that. I couldn't even advise you, to be honest. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do put numbers in your subject line? 3 things you need to know about X, Y, Z.
Yeah. They worked a lot better a few years ago, but they'll still work sometimes. It's better if you're gonna do a list like that. Again, these are all trends I would track via stats because every list is different. Some lists love numbers, some hate it. But yeah, I would say go more curious. If you have a number, it's something definite. I would create curiosity out of that number.
Yeah.
If I was you.
Hey, follow up.
Yeah.
Does that platform does that do A/B
My Emma.
testing? My Emma.
It does headline A/B testing.
Okay.
Headline A/B testing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of emails that are long, and every line is its own paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
What is the rationale behind that?
Oh, it's apparently more conversational. So that's actually in John Carlton's book. Yeah, it's apparently more conversational, more readable. So you're saying like, hello, next paragraph, next paragraph.
Every line is
Yeah,
driving
it's
me nuts. That's why I'm just wondering.
yeah, it's a copywriting technique.
Okay.
Yeah, total copywriting technique.
Do people like that, by the way?
Statistically, it works.
Does it?
Statistically, it works.
But it is, if you imagine, like, visually, like, looking at, if I wrote, like, 700 words, and I put them all in one block, it's like looking at a big, complicated spreadsheet as opposed to, like, looking at colors, red, green, yellow. Like, the red is not good, the green is good, the yellow is needs some work. It's just easier on the eye. I think it's key. Yeah, it's easier on the phone.
I can't stand it, but that's. I don't read them. I just.
Maybe you should get a VA that can, like, pull them all up. It's like,
Did you have something?
Yeah, I have a question. Do you use any tools to, like, what reading level do you write your emails for?
What's that?
Do you
What reading level?
Oh yeah, like 8th grade. Well, it depends. I have an international audience, so a lot of them second language English speakers. So I got to make sure that there are no words that could possibly confuse them. But yeah, I'd say at the top, like 8th grade level.
And another question is, what 1 or 2 email lists do you sign up for that you love to study their stuff?
I'd have to say BioTrust because of volume. They're sending to like 300 million people a day. So just their techniques, their sales techniques, even if no matter what industry it is, if you follow the BioTrust emails, they have so much volume, so much human psychology, stats, and I know they have like a team of statisticians. I mean, as far as sales, like they're number one.
It's called what again?
BioTrust, BioTrust. Yeah, and you'll see all the different variations they do. They do name variations, headline variations, arrows in the headlines. They'll give you a bunch of stuff to test. Again, not all of it's going to work.
I had a question about mailing lists.
Mhm.
So you said that you were given one in the beginning. But
Yes.
How would you go about building your own if you were to do that?
If I was to do it again,
Yeah.
like start from scratch.
Yeah, start from scratch.
What was the
Most people
question?
don't have a list, unless they go out and, I guess, purchase one or something like that.
Most people don't have an email list, so how would I go about doing it from scratch? So yeah, it's a really simple formula. Website, blog that gives value, opt-in on the page, Facebook campaign to the blog, and that could take you all of one day to set up. And that actually, there's a step-by-step thing in the Freedom course I talked to you about. If you just want to start building an email list in one day, it's totally possible with Facebook for pretty cheap. Like about $1 a lead. Like I've seen beginners do it, right out the gate for $1 a lead. If your product's more higher end, that's really easy to make back. In the fitness industry, that's a little bit tougher. Anybody else? Yeah.
I actually want to know how to spell myemma. Is that I-M-A?
Oh, M-Y-E-M-M-A.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, M-Y-E-M-M-A.
M-A.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
How do you find you start your emails best these days? Like you were talking about earlier on that subject, hello, and then
Oh yeah, just
where do you
hello or hey. If you have the first name, use the first name. Really simple. Hello or hey. If
Right.
you have the first name, put the first name.
And then from there, what's your structure of your emails that you found working best for you right now?
It depends on every single day, but I'd say you only want to accomplish one thing in email. A lot of people try to give people 1,000 pieces of advice in emails. Just make your emails about one thing. It can be a long email about one thing, but never make it about, a full diet plan in my industry and a full workout plan. Make it about either the diet or the workout, and one specific thing in that diet or workout.
So here, using the example you just gave, let's say I'm sending out a diet plan.
Mhm.
Am I better off putting the entire thing in the email or putting part of it and linking them back to the site?
Part of it and linking it back. Yeah, and of course you want to build up that link and say that of course this is the most, you got these 3 tips, but number 7's the most
Before
important.
you guys go, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say, Robbie's gonna be here for another, little bit, so you guys can ask him questions. But for those of you that have thought that if you haven't heard us talk enough about our sponsor, Internet Marketing Party, I've decided that if you decide to come tomorrow to the Internet Marketing Party at internetmarketingparty.com/Austin, let me know when you're there, and I'll buy you a drink and have a strategic person you'd like to meet, and I'll make a good introduction. Sound good?
It's pretty big.
All right, so. Don't clap for me. Thank you for that. But clap for let's hear it up for Robby Amaro.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it.
If you go to internetmarketingparty.com/Austin, the address is there. But I'll just tell you right now because the tickets are more if you pay at the door as opposed to get them in advance. It's at Cedar Street Courtyard, which is on 4th Street between Colorado and Lavaca. So, if you know where Trulux is, or, Halcyon, between Halcyon, and, Fado and Trulux. It's awesome, it's a lot of fun. Trust me, if you come, you will be glad that you did. And Robbie will be there, I'll be there, Gonzalo will be there. I'm sure these 3 amazing people will be there. What?
I flew all the way from Florida to be there, so.
Yeah. Seriously. So, stick around, there's still beer. I don't know if there's any more pizza left, but thank you so much for coming, and thanks again, Robbie. Let's give it up for Robbie.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
What book are you reading right now?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
That's really good.
Yeah. I was like, I want to start experimenting with what if you could isolate how people love emails? I've never thought about doing
I
that.
never even thought
There's a
about
person who does
What's
that.
that? Yeah.
There's a person who does that.
Really?
But I have them on a separate email. I'll forward you. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I don't know why it names it what it is, but they have a huge list. So I'll send you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to use 2 of my cards. And I'm going to send you an email so when you message that. So when you throw the card somewhere on some stack in some box somewhere and you get an email.
Actually,
I remember the name.
I'll email you back.
Okay, appreciate it.
Oh, go to sleep then. You learn something?
Yes.
Oh, good. Good. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was nerve-wracking, but I'm glad I got through it. It's done now.
We're grateful.
Yeah. Good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
My name's Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you.
So I want to talk more about that training because I know there was a notice out here. Yeah. So how does that work? Because I know like most things can be like the backbone of whatever it is you're working on.
Yeah, I don't really do the list purchasing. I do the list building and through affiliates. But yeah, there's what industry are you in?
So education.
Education. Okay. I know there are education. See, that's where Freedom's really cool. I know the education guy. I don't remember his name, but he's in Freedom right now. He actually has a course on building like recurring revenue in the education industry, who could probably really help you. Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know he's in that group, Freedom for sure.
Okay. I can always email you.
Oh yeah. You have perfect. Yeah. Follow up about it, and yeah, I can shoot you the link or whatever. And yeah, but I have connections to lists too. So if you have an education program and looking for targeted lists, I mean it's expensive though. Usually the starting is $1,500.
Right. Yeah, that's what I heard. So it's kind of like going back to what you said about school. So like how often do you send out schools? Is it every like right, it's at the exact same time? And do you ever double up? Or
Yeah, so usually just doubling up on so everybody who didn't open the disk email, change the headline and hit the people who didn't open it. And that literally will bring, so if you're monetizing, that will increase your revenue by about 50% each day.
So then, you're the guy. That means you do that part right there. How much time do you have? Because I know there's some systems to where like
We do day to day. Some people do automated systems. Like we have a 14-day autoresponder once you give us your email that you go through. But on a day-to-day basis, no automation other than sending an email to schedule time. Yeah, thanks for coming.
No problem. It was great.
Thank you.
so the affiliate marketing part, like
I have an accountability.
I'm just getting into this.
Actually, I have three.
So I'm still learning like how that all
One
works.
for business,
So from the email portion,
one
like how does that work?
for
So you're saying
fitness,
like,
and
So like
one
you're gonna get
for
affiliates that
my
can help promote and stuff like that.
yeah, so you reach out to a guy like that who has an education system, or you can start building a network of education people, and yeah, you start like literally what I said in there. You bring value to them in some way. Maybe you write for their blog. Maybe you contribute to their whatever, and you're gonna be like, hey man, I wrote this blog. What you can do is just this is where you locate me. Do you have an email list? I do that all the time. Like we use that. So we reach out to different blogs, we write for them, and then we'll be like, oh yeah, we have these products. Here's our affiliate program. Boom, pitch, close. I've seen it. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Yeah.
Is it the same way it works with Amazon?
my meetup.
Amazon's a little different. That's the e-commerce one, but there are classes again in freedom about Amazon. I'm stuck just to and I'm going into cold traffic. Affiliates is so profitable right now. So
And that's what I keep hearing. It's just like if you
not
so much network.
yeah, because those people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes to build lists, and so they're just trying to make their money back because they usually take a big loss in full traffic.
Right,
It's
so I'm
expensive.
waiting for that one person to
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
shift
no
it.
problem.
I just want to thank you
Oh yeah, of
for a
course.
great
Thank you. Oh, good.
We're working
Lots of stuff to do,
even
but
as monthly
reinforcement.
Good. You got a couple things?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you gonna be at the party tomorrow?
I'm gonna try to come. Yeah, I'm working on a little bit of sleep, and I'm writing a DSL right now. So,
Yes.
but I'm trying.
I'm so serious.
We get all of them.
Yeah. It's supposed to be amazing. I'm gonna try to make it out. If I don't pass out before.
And we find that most of our working gets the value out of it regardless of their experience. We've had guys from 60s, 70s, programming for years, come and enjoy the value out of it. And then people are know nothing about cold traffic, so like they got some value. And then you get the people who are just like, everything is $8, how much do you pay?
But
Enjoy the free food.
yeah. Enjoy this stuff. It's like a lot of money.
We're trying to get sponsors.
That's probably the hardest
Always
thing
take out free
to
food
do.
here.
But are you looking for courses, or are you looking for people study?
Not to say that I'm trying to incentivize people to be fed by my hands.
No, but I mean, that's how you get a John Benson. Have you gone through it? Dude, that course will change it. Like a lot of the stuff I've learned through the years and implemented from him. And
I got
a course called
We actually got more creative insights that I'm taking action on. I'm very grateful. That will work. Me fighting rush hour traffic in their pockets of them all.
Like you could use all that stuff.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you can use emails. You can use
And
it for
parking
VSLs,
was-
and
no,
it's really
thankfully
just a
parking
system.
was-
It's like a plug and play system, but he tells you the whole psychology behind why what it's saying is there, why the slide is a certain way, why the image is there. I mean, it's absolutely. I'm going through it again. Like that was my weekend. I went through that thing again because I'm gearing up to write another one.
Oh yeah? You go through courses all the time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do. I try to do at least one a month, one that's pretty intense because my niche is so competitive. We gotta keep pushing there. Some of those take us out. Pretty much. Yeah.
So you don't do your own thing, you work for other people?
No, I own the company.
Okay.
Yeah, I own the company, but I do. Yeah, I just write new VSLs for the company, or I'm outlining them for my copywriter array. So I usually do the main outline. So I'll
you're
do
still
the
the main copywriter and
No, I don't do email anymore. I am still the main copywriter. Yeah. So main copywriter, yeah, but I have 16 members, so I'm trying to completely get myself out of that. Because management takes so
digital marketing companies.
Yeah, trying. It's just tough. It's just tough.
Yeah, because
Who's
you have
like your best client?
course site.
There's so many different levels.
There's a site called Get Pseudo, and it's like you pay $250 and you have every
Sunday,
course that
and
you
I cooked up this venture today, and I have but a handful of clients from my I don't have that. But that's probably
you can afford not to.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, John Benson's course is on there. I would totally just go through that, lock yourself in a room for a couple days. I think it'll change your life, man. Are you writing for somebody now?
I'm writing for a couple clients.
Sweet. Gotcha. You just doing client work on the side or full time?
I've been there 5 out of 8 years.
For me, and then I study the rest.
Pretty well. So that's
Gotcha. Well, you have my email if you want some.
Oh yeah.
Some
Is that
practice.
just your?
That's my email
Plus,
for
since David just offered
so my work email. So
Okay, but is it? You want?
I'll get it up for that though. I'll be like, hey, you said it. No, that's my
I'm
personal
pick you up
email.
with somebody
Yeah, that's my personal email.
there.
So you're.
Yeah, I'm saying if anybody wants to write for 50,000 people, I'll let you do it.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I swear I'm not kidding.
Yeah. I gotta go think about that.
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
In fact, that's what I've done.
See you tomorrow.
So still continue to work on
John
it.
Benson,
The guy I got introduced to, the little Asian guy, I would never have imagined. He has a giant audience.
Just look up VSL course. VSL course. So he's like the VSL guru guy. He was saying there's like shared memberships. I thought it's probably a way cheaper way because the course is like $900. But there's shared places you could buy like you could just get a membership to that group and then download it. That's what I would do. It's super expensive course, but do it again. And then do it again.
I appreciate that. I'm Pavel. Pavel, yeah. I appreciate your grinding versus health. You're up into the rate with the health. Yeah, that goes a long way.
Yeah, no,
yeah. Hey, so a question I wanted to ask you, I didn't get a chance to. So, if one of your copywriters brings you an email and it sucks, what are 2 things that it's missing?
9 times out of 10, good call to action.
Okay.
I didn't include that. It's almost a good call to action or a shitty a headline. Headline, you should spend 80% of your time on headlines because the headline is everything.
Okay, that was you said website and blog. Why not both? Or are you talking about 2 separate things?
Day 1 setup. So you need to set up your website. Or it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Website or blog. Opt-in. Opt-in monster. If you want to get more specific, opt-in monster is bees.
Opt-in.
Really?
Okay. Or I believe there's a free sumo. Whatever one's free. I don't know.
Okay, so you're talking about a separate opt-in page, like ClickFunnels, stuff like that. You're talking about opt-in that pops up from the website or blog?
Yes. Cool. So there's a reminder.
Yeah,
sending traffic.
But yeah, only if you do WordPress. Like if you don't want to do WordPress.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you recommend for somebody that's super quick at making website platforms? Do this whole thing?
I would say WordPress.
I love WordPress.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could use, man. Why don't you like it? I outsource it. You could pay somebody $10 to set up a website on WordPress.
This guy.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll do
10 minutes. Hey, I just wanted to thank you, man.
Oh, yeah, of course.
My name's Phil, and I was telling some of the folks around here, I lost my job Sunday, and I'm an independent SEO contractor.
Really?
So this
Okay.
is what I needed to
He's
hear.
building up the
Nice.
confidence.
I'm trying
Very
to
cool.
get that email
Dude,
list going.
so many people need it. So many people need it. It's just fine.
Exactly.
And the thing is, yeah, SEO is a crowded field, but dude, so many people need it.
I'm gonna be face to face. I'm gonna try that approach. I think a lot of people live in the basement and they're mass emailing to get clients. So.
Oh yeah, no, they're yeah,
And
totally.
everyone deletes those.
Mass
by the way.
mass cold emails too. I get so many SEO cold emails.
Doesn't work that well, does
No,
it?
never.
Well, cool. Are you gonna be there tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
Awesome.
make it out.
All right.
so, yeah.
Well, cool, guys.
Nice
Good
meeting you,
you
man.
all.
Yeah, you
Take
got it
care.
here. It's good. You'll make it. You'll be good.
I hope.
Hey, dude, man.
Hey man, what's up? I'm Nathan.
Nathan, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you, man. Yeah, I was gonna get up. I just wanted to say that emails. I'm gonna hit you up. With
Oh yeah, please do.
Yeah, for
Please
sure.
do. I know a lot of people like don't get that opportunity, and it's almost like it's such a small world, and it's tough to get those opportunities. So I was like, why not just throw it out, see what happens? Who knows? I mean, our team's always growing, so who knows what's gonna happen.
What's up? Oh yeah, because I've been looking for opportunities to practice copywriting more and start in the fitness space.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah. So I was like,
okay, easy enough. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and I know everybody in the fitness space, and I could probably save you a lot of time. If I don't know what you want to do, but I know all the models. I know the most profitable ones. I know the big affiliates. So yeah, good,
Cool,
right
man.
place, right time type of night for you.
Yeah, dude. Seriously,
Good.
it
That's
was,
awesome.
It was a total steal. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Yeah, definitely hit me up and we'll do
Yeah,
something.
man, gladly. And you say you're buddies with Justin too?
Justin Goff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
How do you
he's
know?
a good dude. I actually just met him through friends. Like, I moved to Austin. One of my buddies was like, hey, this guy Justin lives in Austin. You should be involved.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I mean.
Oh yeah, he's a big deal. Like he's in our space. He's like copywriter genius.
It's funny, man. I like.
Crazy good.
Yeah, he is. I hung out with him one time, and then like 2 days later, he spoke at the internet marketing party. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's the guy that gave me the thing to like get $7 more a customer. Yeah, like fast. I implemented it in like an hour. So,
Dude, that's awesome.
It's huge. It's huge. But he gives tips like that all the time, man. He's legit. Yeah. He just sold his company too.
Yeah, he's living a good life.
Yeah. Oh man, he's like I talked to him a few weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, man. 6 months off. No stress at all. He's like super not stressed.
So I sent you an email. It hasn't come back yet. I'm hoping I got it right because that was a crazy URL and or a crazy email address. I don't know why it did. It looked weird when I sent you the email just now.
Yep, got it.
Hooray!
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Cool.
And then reply back to that, and I'll immediately reply back once I get a chance on the contact that I follow. It's to killing it in emotion.
Oh yeah.
Relationship, fitness, emails
Etc.
with love component, relationship, emotion component.
Gotcha.
That I don't know when I'll get them over to the IM party, but they're another one I swipe because I'm like, it gets me to even open their emails, and I'm like emotionally invested. And I
There you go.
Slap myself. What am I doing? Why am I reading this?
I know. Those are the good ones. That's
And apparently they segment guys from gals.
Oh yeah. You don't segment guys from girls now?
I don't.
That's probably important. Yeah. It gets more and more important. Yeah, segment guys from girls, age. I mean, it gets more important as you get a bigger list. At first, it's tough. It's too much work for the ROI, but yeah, when you're running like 50,000, we have our segment down to each product they bought.
Wow.
The age, the female, if they're customers, if they're prospects, etc. Yeah, what they want to do.
Yeah. So somebody who runs a lot of traffic or I guess sales from affiliates, do you guys, it's a good question to ask you, what other channels do you use that rival that in ROI? Are you guys
Nothing compares to affiliate traffic because it's usually all customer traffic. It's usually all people like big media companies that are spending millions of dollars on generating customers, and they need to make that money back. So you make your affiliate offer better than everybody else's or have some kind of competitive edge, and that's really where I've made it happen.
Right. So I guess so then, is that the only channel you guys use? Because
no, we have organic traffic too, but organic traffic is like a 6 month to year ROI. You write a blog, you're not gonna get an ROI on it.
Right.
Very quick at all.
So you basically guys don't do any paid media. You guys don't do any.
Just paid media to content.
Okay.
Just paid media to content, getting opt-ins, because we're able to get opt-ins for like 20 cents a piece, and usually like make 50 cents on average over 12 months. So long ROI, but we could do it.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
it's not as effective as affiliates yet. I'm trying to change that though.
Yeah. Okay. So that's.
Oh yeah, no, I've been working on it for a year. It's just so hard to do and super expensive.
Are you talking about like Facebook advertising?
Yeah,
or-
Facebook ad. We've been trying to get Facebook ads to hit consistently. We've
Yeah.
been trying to get retargeting's been amazing.
Right.
Retargeting's been amazing, but yeah.
Yeah, you do Facebook ads, right? I heard you talk about that.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I do
Nice.
that too. So
Nice.
that's why I was, because I know that other people's customer list is like that's the the best. But
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, you don't want to be relying
Oh, yeah,
on that
depending
either.
on-
So you want to build your
Oh,
own.
no,
thing,
definitely
right?
not.
So I wanted to ask, kind of, it's hard to compete with it, but what do you? So, what do you find that's making the difference in the Facebook campaign realm?
It's usually just the higher price point. It's people with the higher price point are able to spend more on advertising.
Okay.
Our product that is making us all the revenue right now just isn't a high price product. It's like $9. So and
Right.
the cart value is not that high.
Right.
So we just can't afford to pay the average. If it was like $100 product, yeah, I could
Yeah.
probably back out pretty quick.
Yeah.
But it's just not right now, and it's making us so much. So it's like we're not gonna switch something that's on a growth path. But if that starts failing, that's the first thing I want to do is write an offer.
He was also teasing.
That's a more high dollar offer that's gonna be just for Facebook. I'm actually I actually.
And I think that's where.
So you guys, you do a content piece, then you retarget to an opt, or you retarget to try to get the opt-in. It's like you're trying
So
to
we
don't
get
opt-in.
the opt-in, and then right after the opt-in, they go to a bonus blog, which is our sales landing page.
Yep.
And then we retarget that traffic on Facebook, and it's
For
been
an
killing.
okay, right.
It's been killing.
right.
Like yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But you do have like a product suite though, right?
Oh, yeah,
the
we have, like-
$9, beyond the $9.
Oh yeah, we have a full academy.
Oh, okay.
So the whole point is to get people into our reoccurring
Yeah.
membership, but that's
Yeah.
kind of our, I guess, tripwire.
Oh, okay. So you can make your money back on the
Yeah,
on the
like
back end.
my
even
big
if they're
thing is,
$9
oh yeah,
is
yeah,
not-
yeah, easy. I pay, I lose. We're down about $28 a customer day one. We make
Okay.
our money three months down the line.
Yeah.
Most people don't want to wait to make the money,
Right.
but it's all profit after the 3 months. So
Right.
once we saw that model was working, we just stuck with it.
Yeah. When you have an actual business, you can afford to do that.
Exactly.
That's like a lot of people can't.
No,
do
most
that in the
most
beginning.
people on the internet are just
Yeah.
they have the product and that's it, and they have their
Yeah.
email list. But
Yeah.
once that's gone or the product dies, they're dead.
But that's why with all these like tips of how to tap into other people's customer lists, they're so paramount for people who are starting out.
Oh yeah.
So that's what you can buy traffic.
It's
like
huge, and the thing is, you just gotta. How do you increase your lifetime value of the lead?
that. Right.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to increase that lifetime value. So we're just always trying to push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I heard you do Facebook ads, or you don't do that anymore. You
I
switched out of
just
that?
stopped, but I mean,
Yeah.
I do have a lot of experience with it, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Why did you stop doing that?
The stuff I was doing was a little bit more like on the black hat side.
Okay.
And that doesn't work as well with Facebook now.
Okay.
It was just getting tougher, so I wanted to transfer into some other stuff.
Okay.
Mark Zuckerberg's hammer was coming towards him.
Basically, yeah, right.
I was banned from Facebook like 6 years ago, so I feel the pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's when they were real nice too.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know anything. I was being like an idiot, doing a dating affiliate and writing these blogs that were just pure sales copy. And I was making like, I think I spent like $20 on my first ad and I made $600.
Yeah.
Like it was stupid, man. And they shut me down after about a week. It was great. It was a great month, but
Yeah, right.
it was not worth it in the long term.
Liability. Yes, he has liability.
So yeah, I don't even have a Facebook account anymore. So I have a business account now, and then I can't do any ads anymore.
You didn't even try and make a new one? Because I know they I know people that have gotten it canceled, like their business.
Well, I think he
canceled.
just said he created
Oh yeah,
a new
I was allowed
one
to do it on
with
my
the business
LLC.
page.
But you don't have a personal one?
No, they wouldn't. I've tried everything to restore it, and they won't let me. I'm gonna have it. I just don't have a like an advertising account. So they should have my ads account.
But
yeah, they
you
didn't
can-
shut down my
You
whole
can
page.
still like post.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say that's
Computer would mean that
cool.
they won.
That's interesting.
Well, they thought it was.
So, question in regards to something I haven't heard anybody respond back
Sorry,
to,
I'm
but
not trying to be rude ever.
Fascinating to me.
You're good.
I'm very silent.
I encountered recently someone who emailed me.
This week.
There's emailing a bunch of people I follow up just for swipe purposes. Emailed
First few
me
days, I'm like, hi.
and
Was
drove
it
me to
7?
the
She has
usual
it on there.
page
And then I
of
posted
content, and then drives to
something like,
a capture page,
"Just say
to put in a name or an email to get a PDF for that content. Finish that content to report. To me, the value was worth it, so I was like, I'm gonna give him a spam email. I'm never gonna check per se.
Yeah.
I'm already following this. I don't need double emails. And the PDF, instead of putting in my name and email, I clicked. I thought I was gonna put in my email. No, it just gave me straight the PDF. And then when I opened the PDF immediately asked for the name and email. And I wanted to get see if you've encountered that or know anybody else. I haven't heard anybody else in marketing and testing that or know how that's working.
I have
So
no
instead
idea.
of getting the name and email and giving the PDF, you're immediately giving them the PDF, and the PDF.
They get
then
access to the
gets-
PDF once they put their email.
No, well then
That's pretty
you
smart.
email. Yeah, then the email will either at the top ask for a name and email to give a bonus, and then at the bottom to finish what you're reading, give the name and email.
I haven't tried that yet.
So, and apparently I found the platform that's able to do that. You can take any PDF and then add that component within it. I don't know how that's converting for that guy.
I have no idea.
But
I
I
don't even
just
know how to
recently
do that.
noticed Ryan Dice recently in the last week did it.
Okay,
on
then
one
it
of
must
his,
be working.
One of his sites, but he's not talking about it.
Oh yeah, no, he usually doesn't talk about anything until it's too late.
Ah.
Oh yeah, so if you
he's
see
another
weird
one I'm
stuff doing,
following.
on him, just try it, see if it works.
But yeah, and I see this movement more and more where people are mobile, meaning they're not stationary, so they're getting less and less willing to type in a name and an email.
Oh yeah.
And I've been curious how.
I mean,
how you-
my opt-in rates are 10% for every person that lands on the page, so they're really, really high. So if you want to, just reverse engineer what our site's doing. I mean, we spent months on optimization, and so like, including the bounce rate, 1 out of 10 people, we get their email. So it's really high.
Are you doing retargeting and Facebook retargeting pixel as well on capture pages?
Yeah, we do some of that. We do some of
I've
that.
always been curious if that helps or hurts that.
I mean, it's
capture
cheap
page.
leads. I don't see much of a difference in the value of the leads over a lifetime though. It's cheaper leads. That's really all we've seen.
Wait, what do you make by capture page? Sorry.
So a lot of your cheap platforms, even ClickFunnels, allow you to spit out as many capture pages to give out an offer to get a name and an email, but they won't let you add a Facebook pixel. So you have to go that next step to create a funnel off of your WordPress site or create a site, or just create one for code to finally add the non-Facebook pixel. So you get the additional value if they go to the capture page and they leave off of it, at least now you can retarget them on Facebook.
Okay.
And I've been curious if that's even worth the ROI, even worth going after, because the mentality of these platforms like ClickFunnels that allow you to spit out quick and easy capture pages to get people's name and email for a tripwire offer, whatever it may be. In addition to your offer on your blog or website to capture their info, is to ensure that that site, when they go to it, doesn't kick off their antivirus program, their site, or certificate, or certificate issues, because they're spitting out so many sites. So therefore, they don't allow certain things for you to do in that platform.
Right.
And for some reason, because some of them will, I think there's one I just introduced you today, something 360, they'll let you spit out as many capture pages as you want, tripwire pages, magnets, whatever you want to call them. And add a Facebook retargeting pixel. The catch with that though was it's then your ability to add that to autoresponder. There were some autoresponders that it was not compatible to, so I'm like, that defeats that purpose.
So what's the one you're talking about? Something 360?
Yeah, it was something 360. It was introduced to me to Facebook today. It had a free trial. I decided to just check it out out of curiosity for 5 minutes. I looked at it because for me, I'm on the fence about getting started right now, and this is the slap in the face. Don't be perfect, but for creating
Well, nice meeting you, man.
a
Hey, man, good meeting you too. Yeah. Nice meeting you.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Look for the emails. We'll collaborate.
I'm gonna
But,
send one of these.
bottom line, long term, the writing is on the wall to me. I don't want to that
you okay?
people are becoming less and less willing to put in a name in an email for something.
Okay.
So, like that PDF option is one way I was looking at. Another way is, okay, what are the ways that are non-spammy that I personally would prefer, that I realize on mobile and wherever people are mobile, you know, make it easier and easier for them to allow me to engage with them into my content without so much work to get an ROI and without overall complicating the process where I'm putting them into too many lists, too many messages, too many emails, too much stuff, too much junk, but just enough to break through and set myself apart from all the other methods, communications, posts, emails, blah, blah, blah. And I see that as the main challenge almost every internet marketer mentions, because most people are still doing the same thing, still driving people to something, and then trying to collect their name and email, on network, and then work on messaging them over and over again until they convert or fall off. And then it's a matter of
It's great that you guys are, because I would
establishing
honestly
your
100%
lifetime
go if you
value
guys
as
were
a
going.
client
I know
to
both
your
of you guys
ad
are going.
spend to ensure you're not spending yourself into the hole while
I just don't
ensuring
wanna
your
rush it, that's the only
profits
thing.
and
So I
what
don't-
is
I really
converting
don't-
is getting up there.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly,
what
that's what I'm
intimidates
saying.
most people into stuff
You
when
don't
they
need
first
more
start. It's
ideas.
like, this is so
I
much
need to
stuff,
implement
and
what I
you finally
already
get in
got.
front of it,
That's
and
the
you're like,
mindset
where do I
I
start?
have. I'm really full right now of shit.
Mhm.
I need to finish that shit.
Dude, I saw
And then you try to go to,
presentation.
I liked his idea of
Presentation.
set the goal, vision,
What's
put
that?
it in front of you, work your way backwards.
Just like you've learned all this, now it's time to do it.
Get an email out and then do a schedule. I'll
The second point was
be
all
implementing
about
that
implementation.
tonight,
Yeah.
but the main thing I've been looking at is, okay, what are ways that are, that enough marketers haven't gone in and spammed to death to collect people's information in a way that will
Oh, really?
not be reliant 5 years
I didn't
from
know
now
he was
and then
messing with
typing
you.
everything
Yeah,
in an
that's
email,
what you
because I
were
would think that's going, the
Yeah.
willingness to do that's going, even he said 10% is high, to me, 10% of anything is just like,
Yeah.
No, but it's 10% is high.
Yeah,
So you-
For people who land on
You
the
want the,
page,
like, when the
a
guys
lot
are
of
writing
time
the
people
emails,
give you
what he does.
their information, especially on mobile, which is where a lot of people are. That's really high. That's pretty good. So I wouldn't look
Oh,
at
yeah,
10%.
yeah, yeah.
So when you send something,
I mean, for Facebook ads, like, if you're anything above 4, you're doing pretty well.
4%
Do-
options.
so send
CTR,
something
yeah,
you
click through.
want to
So the amount of
send
people
right
that
email,
are
or do you
seeing
want
your
to
ad,
finish
4% of
emails?
them click on the ad,
Yeah.
then that's pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, 4% is stellar.
Yeah.
Originally,
Especially to, like, people
I
you've
would
never
just do
talked
the
to
outline
before.
for him,
Mhm.
and then he did it, and then
Yeah.
pretty soon he started picking
4%
all
of
the
your own
sales
like
and
fan
shit.
page could be good, depending on how big your fan page is. It's like that. That's not.
Mm,
But I like the
And
question
what I
actually.
wanna
It's an
do is
interesting
I
question
wanna
because a lot of people that do
I wanna
assume
get-
the email list is the
then
thing.
get-
The problem is
then I
a
wanna do is I
lot of
wanna
people that
create
build
a
great
sign,
businesses on like
like, I
YouTube
wanna do the pre-
and
then
I
finish
never
email,
interact with
and
them
then
on
I want
email,
you
but
to
they can
write
sell me something off of
5
YouTube.
times.
Or they can
now,
sell me something.
I will say this,
Right.
Dan Rose was one exception. In the beginning, when you kept mentioning Dan Rose, I talked with Dan Rose and also the other guy who went nuts. We'll talk about that, but in
Gotcha,
the
so
beginning,
if
they never
they
did
could write it
email.
off the outline?
They never ever did
Well,
email.
right, but
All
also
they did was
give me
videos,
example.
videos,
Here's
drive
the outline,
me
here's the finished one,
to
and then here's one
subscribe on YouTube.
And then
And
Yeah.
more and more videos
Gotcha.
to then
Okay.
drive to more
Okay.
videos
If
to
you
drive
could do
to
that, that'd be
subscribe.
good.
To then get them based on the brand and the relationship to their website to actually
Sure.
buy stuff.
And that worked?
Yeah, and I don't know
And
about this
they're
they're
top
not
killing
selling my
it
stuff
right now.
until, like,
They're the top YouTube channel
Yeah.
on subscribers.
I'm not looking for them,
Because
but
all
I'm
they
sure they're there.
focused on was keeping traffic on YouTube.
Yeah, it's good. Good life experience.
And
Oh, is
so-
it a six-pack shortcuts?
It's
Six
done.
pack shortcuts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's done.
And
That
now
next
another
screen
one that
is
came up
the
that I'm
one
now
I talked
addicted
about.
to is, and of all
Okay.
things, I never thought I was
Do
gonna
that one.
be, both
That's
me
the
and
next
my
time.
mom are addicted on this one called Glove and Boots.
I was talking about it. I just
Glove
let
and
him do it because I was
Boots.
scared.
Okay.
I mean, I like
And they're
helping people,
killing
but
it
it's
from, not even, I never received a single email. All I get though is they drive every single video afterwards for you to subscribe to get more videos.
Yeah.
But then eventually, every
There's
single
a lot of
video, they
gaps in
also
business out there
mention,
because we saw
after a while, they have a website or a blog you go to. When you go to the website, it drives for you to now buy mugs and t-shirts and
Yeah,
stuff
Yeah.
for their brand.
Right.
Smart.
And that's all they do. They have no email list. They're just driving for videos and YouTube. They're doing as many as now I think 4 videos a week consistently.
And I bet they have to be pretty like,
Netflix and
high
chill.
quality videos too, right?
Yeah.
Or are they going the Gary
It's actually
Vaynerchuk
funny.
route?
It
Yeah,
is
I can't wait to
funny.
celebrate
Okay,
my
so
birthday.
glove and
When is
boots.
next time
Let me just show you, and you can make your own. You can make your own decision on the level of quality.
If David's gone, I won't.
Okay.
If he's here, I'll.
Well, it sounds like you're into it, so I think
Here we go.
I think quality is not like
Here's
camera.
here's one glove and let me skip. Oh, and then they've been hijacking ads.
Nice vacation.
Skip that. Okay, so here's a video. What is this?
Is that one of your things? White light erupting? Or is that something you wanted?
I've done it before with Scoutmaster, but the kids haven't. So like, let's take them someplace dangerous.
You want to get breakfast Friday morning before you leave?
This is like comedy?
Okay, let's do that.
Yes, adult comedy with puppets. That's-
Okay.
And they're like the only one in their category on YouTube.
Yeah, I would call this high quality because
Oh, I know.
personality. This is
I
very
think
high
I've told
quality.
before I gotta tell more.
It's concept. It's
And
a
so-
unique concept. There's a set.
You would tell me that
They're,
every time I
they're
said it was
doing
going,
like
you're
they're
like,
cutting to
Well, we are gonna have
animated titles. Like this is serious.
oh my god.
Yeah,
So I still have the
and so
stupid
they
healthy
sell-
oils I
they
bought
sell mugs
because I
with
thought
the
it was so
gorilla
funny
and
to buy 'em.
Yeah.
I bought them
Yeah,
at just
so-
the paleo effects thing.
Yeah, and
No, you
that's,
can have
that's all
them.
they do all
I
day long.
used some
is
avocado stuff. It made a
back, they
mess.
always
I
dry.
don't want to
Your
use them anymore.
descriptions always
I
dry.
bought them because he made this. Did he tell you the healthy oil joke?
Yeah, and then of
So
course
David's
there's the
like,
main
he's like,
website
oh, I don't know
where
if
you
I
go
need that.
buy
It's like
mugs.
keto. Yeah,
That's
Fried
awesome. They got
buffalo.
hundreds of
buffalo
videos.
wings.
And I'm like, don't worry, it's cooked
And
in
this stuff is
healthy
all.
oil.
But then they recently did lower
and
quality,
Rob
but
was
it's
in
still
the state of
converting
like
like
listening
crazy.
to all
And
this
even
I
I'm
was
watching
saying,
them where they go
really?
have to
Yeah.
play video
You're
games.
full of shit.
Yeah.
I said, dude, you're
It's
full
full
of
of
shit.
shit.
Yeah,
And
they
then
did
we
video
figured
games,
out, like,
tear it apart, and then they do a
he's like-
5-minute summary of their
And
life
then he
an
started
hour
cracking up.
playing that
His
game.
was like laughter,
And
like he
then
was
that
on the floor in the
5
field
minutes
position.
is like sky high.
Go to that room in a little bit.
That's
Well,
awesome.
see you guys
Yeah,
in
man.
Friday.
Glove and boots?
Yeah, glove and boots.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and then they'll
Like,
drive
like,
the
like,
Amazon
like,
affiliate
like,
link for the video
Oh,
game.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And if you're in
And
town
if you're
next
not, if
So,
not, she can come
that
with
is,
herself.
but they're still not doing email.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
not
she
doing
does.
email
I,
at all.
that's my
I feel like
goal.
I get it for them
Come
because
and
they're all
She's
Bye, bye.
just so scared to see
is
it.
you know the
So-
content.
Shotofadrenaline.net.
Okay, so that's the
So,
one.
you know,
that's
it's
the one
things
where-
like that that make me ponder that
Yes.
the success of that
Yeah.
route instead of the
Yeah,
route.
reverse
I mean, they're very. I feel like they're very, just very different things you're selling. It's like they're like starting from like some baller content, you know. It's like some very like unique stuff. If you've got some unique stuff, that's an awesome way to sell it. But if you're more of like a sales dude and you're like, this product's gonna work, that'd be a very ballsy route to go.
It is like
But yeah, I mean, if you can write funny shit and bust it out like on a consistent basis, yeah.
It's like,
Amazing. I mean, I guess funny. You guys know Grant Cardone?
Yeah.
and then
Who?
being
Grant
annoyed that they
Cardone?
don't make the right
You
decision.
should check them out.
Okay, let me write it down. 1 second. How do you say his name?
I
Grant
would never really like
Cardone. I think he's
You know,
Forbes' #1 rated marketer or something.
Is he now?
It's Forbes. He
I
says.
wouldn't be surprised.
I was looking at his Instagram this
So-
morning, and it's Forbes #1
You
something.
can't delegate
Grant
decision-making
Cardone,
to
C-A-R-D-O-N-E.
Then you like,
Dude's fucking hilarious.
That's what I was gonna say because I was like, oh, it doesn't have
You
to
see,
be
that's the
comedy.
thing
It
is,
could
I
be,
want, I would,
but without him being
but that's
funny.
my style.
He's just
I
like-
want
he's just
to make
like-
it funny.
Yeah. He's like a southern, but like he's hip hop. He's interesting.
Yeah,
What's that?
he's from Houston.
No, I was just gonna say that
think he
maybe.
is.
Louisiana.
yeah.
Okay,
Or you
maybe
could
not.
just-
He's just been talking a lot about
Like
Houston
in the
Oh,
energy
yeah.
recently. He's buying shit there.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
my-
And I mean, like,
that's something that I'm starving to see, to swipe as content that's
yeah.
hilarious comedy.
Yeah, and the
But his
content
shit's,
is
it's
easy
literally,
to
it's just,
fix.
Grant Cardone's just a like hilarious person just because he's like loud and like semi-offensive but unapologetic about it.
Yeah. But he's super positive. He's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not a he's
I like
positive
positive
and
comedy, not negative.
unapologetic, which is a great word.
Mhm. Yeah, but it's like, it's just, I mean, like fucking selfie for 4
Just go with the
minutes.
flow.
Oh
talking,
my god,
you know?
really?
Yeah, it's, dude, oh man, that's the thing now. That's like what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Because it's much
So
more
for
about
me, what I
busting out
envision
stuff
is
and
like
like hearing it.
you and I
And it's like, it's nothing like groundbreaking, but it's like, it's more so it's like Grant Cardone is the fucking man, so everyone wants to hear what Grant Cardone has to say.
right?
You know, so Grant
Because
Cardone could
the-
do a 4-minute
the
selfie
vision
thing of
thing
him doing this, doing this.
Because I want
But I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk says anyone should do that.
events and I
If
think
you're
Yeah,
trying to,
yeah,
should
you
just
don't need to-
record what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I don't,
want
but I'm
to
just,
maximize or to, like,
that's just what,
I don't
I guess, yeah,
I
if
have
you,
a lot of
Right?
if you're thinking about doing that, I mean, shit.
There's like,
I think you should.
There's like
I
a
haven't.
monster.
I did a bunch of like video, but I haven't like
Imagine
put it out. I want to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what
I
I
don't
want to
know,
do is
like, nothing
create a
on the
Facebook,
event,
a YouTube
like,
page from
combined
scratch.
stuff.
It's just
And then be uploading like 4 or 5 videos a week. just consistently. But what I would love to do is just have really in the beginning a foundation for somebody to edit the videos and try to add subtitles, because I know that's a big thing. Like sometimes
Adding subtitles?
Yeah, it's adding subtitles and or words or anything.
Doesn't I just always assumed YouTube already did that with the sound.
It's
I mean, dude, you can do that with very basic video editing software.
Wait, isn't that, there's
but just having somebody take care of the video editing and upload schedule.
Yeah, if you have the money to do that, then by all means. But I mean, like, fuck, I could do that for you if you want. It's like mad easy. It's like you just get any video editing software, and then I guess the upload would be different. But
yeah, and I think I forget what's the is it Rever.com? I forget, but like the transcription. No, this is maybe it's Rever, R-E-V-E-R. I may have made it up, but
no, that sounds
it's like
familiar.
it's like $1 a minute to transcribe
Or
something.
some weird stuff like
But
that.
then you have to like match it up to this. So
Right.
I'm sure there's something else that is similar to that, but that would add subtitles.
Yeah, it's transcribing audio to video to text is always something I've been looking for in software.
You know, find someone on Fiverr.
I was just about to say, like, like, people speak English, like, everyone speaks English, like, we're very lucky that other people who, you know, make less, if you work at McDonald's, like, you can afford to hire somebody,
Yeah, and it's like really cool. So, no, but that.
What's your name again?
Oh yeah, sorry man, I'm Nathan.
Hey Nathan, I'm Pavel.
Pavel?
Yeah, P-A-V-E-L.
Hello, Pavel. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, what is it?
Shane.
Shane, what's up, Shane?
Hey Shane, I'm Nathan, man.
Yeah. Alright.
Cool. You guys going to IMP tomorrow?
You know what, I think,
yeah, I've seen you there.
Yeah, I've been going there for like over 5 years.
Okay, cool.
Bonuses work, man.
Huh?
Bonuses work. Right there, he's like, I mean, it's like, not that I need like a $6 drink and for him to, you know, to sign to me. He's like, yeah, I was just saying hi to him right now, but it's funny because like I've been meaning to go, but I haven't had like a reason, which kind of goes back to like give a reason. Like that's, I'm always looking for those like psychological, like, you over the fence things. And I think like the fact that he's like, yeah, if you come out tomorrow, I'll buy you a drink, you know, I think it's pretty sweet. So I think,
dude, I mean,
that sold me on it.
The cool thing is, man, it's like a networking event. So it's like, I've always been kind of pussy about it and like wouldn't talk to people, but like the last 2 times I finally like started actually like talking to people besides people I knew.
Sure.
And dude, everyone wants to, like, everyone's cool talking to you. Even like, I'm like greener than you guys are. So I just like, hey, what's up with Nathan? And like, you can have a conversation, and it turns out, you know, this person is like pulling in 6 figures a month, and you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really fun, super chill. It's good stuff. I recommend it.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty sweet. They got all the lectures or the talks, I guess. So how long have you been going?
So, because I'm like, oh,
Have you been going?
For over 5 years.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm brand new to Austin, so
Yeah.
I was there 5 years ago. So
When did you move here?
January.
Oh, so okay, so you're newer than me. I moved here in December.
Okay,
You joined right away though.
well, yeah. So I joined the guy I worked for. Yeah, just told me, he's like, hey, go to this every month, and I'm like, you got it.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I wonder if anybody from my agency works there.
Where do you work?
Goes there. I work at a 20-person agency called The Media.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually do a lot of things. Well, I'm starting to do a lot of things.
So,
Do you know what I mean? So this.
Yeah, I do a lot of Facebook stuff with my clients, like strategy and Facebook. Like Facebook was my #1 favorite traffic source, or compared to like other places.
I fucking love it. I mean, it's funny. Like, I really like Facebook, but from what I've heard about it,
See y'all.
hey man, I'll see you tomorrow. Good meeting you, man.
Yeah, I mean, because what's funny is I was looking at what can I do to. How did you get into marketing?
I'm like wrong.
The guy I work for, because I used to be an engineer.
Oh,
Wrong way.
Yeah, and mechanical. So like, so that was my old guy. He called me up, and he'd kind of gone through a few different people.
Sure.
So like, and like none of them worked out. So he wanted someone that was like, didn't care if they didn't have as much marketing experience.
Sure.
He wanted someone that had a lot more just like numbers and analytical shit. So he called me.
I know Holly's going
Got the job and then moved out here.
go through
Oh, okay, so this is like, so this is like, you're just starting to do marketing like now?
Oh, I'm fresh. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
brand
that's
new.
cool though.
Mhm.
Alright. Well, this is a good time to get into it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of interesting stuff happening.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it's like, cause like I had intentions of, starting an online business and doing all that stuff anyways, but like,
Okay.
didn't, I was kind of doing it on my own, going like real slow, and like, I wasn't in Austin, there's not nearly as many resources.
Where were you?
I was in LA.
Oh, okay, I just came from LA.
No way.
Yeah, where's your
Santa Monica.
Oh, Culver City.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, alright.
So we lived like pretty close to each other for a little bit then.
Yeah, wait, how long were you in LA?
Only 10 months. I moved there last February.
Oh, from where?
DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then?
So, and then what?
I think you started saying that, but never mind.
Oh, no, yeah. Then, like, so I moved in February.
Yeah.
Was there for a bit, and then, my buddy called me up, and so then I was only there for 10 months. I was like, peace. And then moved out here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you from DC?
The DC area. I grew up in, like, DC suburbs, like, right outside of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I lived in DC. DC is where I've lived the longest.
I see.
For, I think, 3 years.
Oh, okay, so you moved around a lot.
A bit, yeah. So, I mean, I'm still pretty young. I'm 27.
Yeah.
So, like, I lived, graduated college, moved to DC, lived there for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Did LA for about a year, and I'm here.
I did LA for you. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I did Wisconsin for a year.
Where about?
No. I'm just trying to like see if that would if that rings as a thing. Because people do LA for a year, people do New York for a year. I guess people can see I did Wisconsin for a year. Because people kind of, it's a lifestyle, right?
I fuck with it.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Wisconsin for you, that's good.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, I mean, actually, I've lived in LA like the longest. I was there for a long time. For 12 years.
Oh, damn.
Kind of a long time. I went to college there, so.
Where about?
In UCLA.
Okay,
so
cool.
yeah. I did communication studies.
Nice.
I presume you did engineering. Yeah. Right. So it's funny because engineering, it's like more straightforward with you study what you do.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but I got into marketing not because of, I wasn't like marketing minded as I went into comp studies. I was actually more into like entertainment and art stuff.
Okay.
But then,
That makes perfect sense.
right. That's why actually, I was either gonna go to like UCLA, USC, or NYU pretty much. But then I wanted to be more like, at the time I wanted to do stand up / screenwriting. That was like the route. And then I did some other stuff. I got into music. Well, I was already into music, but I got into like seriously pursuing music.
What kind?
Electronic hip hop.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like producing stuff and remixing and rapping and stuff like that.
So do you do the producing part, or do you do both rapping and producing?
Yeah, and like remixing. So it's kind of like, it's like a combination of an electronic artist, but then also, and with like a rapper. So I'm kind of in both hip hop world and electronic world.
Cool. I just came across this one song that was rap and electronic. I really fucked with it.
Oh, sweet. Send them my way, dude.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's not. It's just. It's a very unique one. I know that. Like, who's the fuck? It's Keys and Crates. They do that. No, there was.
There's a lot more.
For some reason, I'm
crossover
good
now.
service in this building. Or,
What is it?
I don't know. I don't get any. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It was.
You're just like, it's the logic of it.
There's rap on it, or just?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It was. No, it wasn't. So it was more like like almost more EDM. But I mean, still a beat. But that's definitely rap.
Like there's a rapper on it.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, here it is. Polish Ambassador, I think that was who that guy was.
Okay.
It's got a lot of people with Let the Rhythm Just.
Okay, and then okay, that's cool. Alright, I mean, can you just like send it to me?
Yeah, fuck him, man.
And here's the second thing.
Can you send me?
Yeah, just like share. And just text it to me.
We'll include that they'll design the first 5 banners on us.
What's your number?
And
408.
we'll have a ClickFunnels deal with
480.
that they'll design your funnel completely.
0800.
That's a confusing number.
Yeah, it's random. It's a Bay Area. I went to high school.
Oh yeah? Where about? I have 2 sisters that live up there.
Cupertino.
My one sister, my oldest lives in Half Moon Bay, so a little far away. And then, oh my Cupertino. She lives in San Jose.
So then I got him.
But that's
Okay, yeah,
Cupertino. Is that in
that's
San Jose?
Jason. That's just, no, that's
Just right next to it?
Yeah, that's right next to
She might live in Cupertino instead.
Okay.
Somewhere I forget.
Once we make it,
All I remember was a pretty strong
you're not gonna lose.
like Hispanic
I think
community.
it looks great.
But-
Yeah. I think San Jose is like got a bigger. There's like I think
You get updated.
Cupertino's
Did you get it?
mainly like yeah. It's
Don't do it.
yeah. So what's your let me your last name.
And between 12 to 18 months, and he can really do because he doesn't know insurance.
Actually, I'll just
So
text
the
you
further
my
docs that David knows and that, I think.
What's your last name? Do you go by Nathaniel?
No, actually, full name's Nathan. I shot you a text.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But yeah, Nathan, Nate, if you want,
I got you.
whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
I can create a process for that. I get it that
Where are we at right now? Email. We're at Awesome, right? Is this Awesome?
Yeah.
Cause you know what it is, like these guys, they're really good about hosting a lot of really cool meetups. So there's another one, Capital Factory. They host this is the first meetup in this room?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I come around.
I'm exclusively like Internet Marketing Party. I heard about this through Internet Marketing Party. What else do you come to around here?
So there's one
I
called,
love,
so what kind of stuff are you into?
love.
Honestly, I'm just trying to
I mean, I know
everything like marketing and
Okay.
just like absorb all of it.
Are you, like, what part of marketing do you get excited by the most? Like the analytics stuff, the psychology stuff?
No,
the
it's
copywriting?
definitely the copywriting. The copywriting and the funnels.
Okay, so psychology and like how to get people to make decisions
Mhm.
up here. So like there's one that's dope, it's called Action Design. And so that's like a lot of people that go there, they're UX people. But that's like a sister field as you know, as you can imagine. So there's a lot of they got a lot of people coming through with
Or it could be the same domain, right?
from the academic world who are doing research, like do tests and stuff where
So when that connector either needs
they
to be
study
solved,
motivation,
we provide it at a very cheap
and
price.
so
But if they-
I pick up
okay.
a lot of like things that
and
you know,
pay 20
it's just a different like scene.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it's just it applies. So like they have their own way of talking about it. There's like there's some academic stuff and but they consult with companies. You know how the academic world like.
Dude, that's honestly, man, that's what you gotta do. It's like, that's like they like pound that into your head, at least like in engineering school. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like literally like, you're supposed to take from everything else that you see and apply it to like your thing. how you can, you know?
Right.
Marketing's the same way. That's actually why I like marketing.
Right.
Because it's like, you're creating like this awesome thing. Like anyone else could do it, but like you're doing it better with like the same resources.
So my ideal would be
Yeah.
sources you could say.
That's cool. That's interesting. That's why I like hip hop because you can sample, and you can have the same like 3 sounds, and then this person will make like a hit, like Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Like that song, like those are stock sounds in that program that literally everybody has. Called Fruity Loops. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Heard people make Fruity Loops jokes.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
making fun of DJs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, those are all like dummies making those jokes because it's like it's not your what kind of violin you got? It's like it's just stupid. It's like how good are you playing your violin, right? Like I'm on Fruity Loops and like Ableton is like came in and just Fruity Loops didn't have a Mac version.
Okay.
For like I don't even know if they're out of beta with their Mac version. So Ableton just came in and just ate their lunch, dinner, and tomorrow's dessert.
Yeah, seriously.
And so
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
yeah, no, it's nuts. Like and but it's a dope program. It's like way more intuitive than Ableton. Have you heard of Ableton? That's
I'm
the
aware
one,
of both of
That's
yeah,
the
I'm
one
aware
that
of
like
both.
everyone like all the EDM people. So like Ableton plus like an EDM like came in together. It's like it's weird. It's like technology and culture. We can have that conversation too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm all about like I know a lot of like that stuff. I'm much more of like underground techno stuff. So I fucking love like the DJing and all that.
Yeah.
And stuff. There's I was actually just checking out. There's some cool clubs around here.
Okay.
That rock it. They're more. Well, no, there's I mean, you ever heard of Kingdom?
No.
That's like the big Austin like electronic club.
Oh, I see.
They have a
Okay.
lot of different stuff. But I was looking, they have a wide variety of like artists that come through, not just like
They're only
EDM or techno and shit.
Yeah.
I keep talking out here.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yeah, we gotta be out of here by 9.
Yeah, yeah.
You coming tomorrow?
You know it.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
You saw me with your bonus, dude. With
Oh.
your
The beer, and they drink.
With the $6 drink and a smile.
You got it.
You know how it works when you're on the
What's your name,
sites, you
guys?
get a bonus.
Hey, man, I'm Nathan.
I always have bonus to get better than discounts.
Gonzalo, nice to meet
You know what I mean?
You actually fly
Feels
over
better.
to Florida?
Yeah.
The bonus is gonna be